Woj, both the Hawks and the Mavs, they're looking to make playoff pushes this season. But realistically, what trades are out there for the Mavericks?
Well, Malika, let's go back to Jalen Brunson last year. They didn't have to pay him $100 million. They could have paid him what was his max contract early last season, in that offseason, at $56 million. They decided to wait, and then they were essentially priced out of the market. He got into free agency and went to New York for over $100 million. I think it's hard for Dallas right now to get the kind of co-star that they would want, a legitimate number 2 player, or maybe it's a number 3 player next to Christian Wood in the trade market. I think the kind of players I think that the Mavs are knocking on the door on, like a lot of other teams, look in Detroit, Bojan Bogdanovic, Nerlens Noel. That's a tandem that could be in a package together. Certainly the shooting of Bogdanovic, his ability to, I think, certainly complement Doncic like he would a lot of contending teams. He signed an extension through next season. That makes him a little more has more appeal for teams to trade for him because you wouldn't lose him in free agency. How much draft capital would you give Detroit in that deal? They're going to have some good offers. They may just keep Bogdanovic because they'd like to be competitive next year when Cade Cunningham comes back. And then look at Atlanta. John Collins has been at the center of their trade talks. Malika, listen, starting next year, still owed another $25 million a year, essentially $75 million over the next 3 years. I think that's been a hindrance in the trade market. There are some teams, such as Utah, that would like a draft pick with Collins to essentially offset that money. Landry Fields, a new general manager in Atlanta, he does not see John Collins as a money dump. And listen, they could just as well bring John Collins back, get through the offseason. He's, again, 3+ years left on his deal. But I do think the conversations with Collins around the league will get more serious as we get closer to that February 9th trade deadline. But certainly Dallas, Atlanta, I think both teams are going to be really active in this marketplace.
Interesting. We will be keeping our eyes peeled. Woj, thank you so much for stopping by here on NBA Country.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.